Sailing the whole way through. Are you ready? I'm going to open this door. Absolute silence. I can't sense anything at all. I know. Duck behind me if anything happens. Okay? 3, 2, 1.
Warning. Object does not have access permission.
That means we're in the right place.
Warning. Warning. Warning.
Get ready. Incoming.
Welcome back.
What?
I'll be waiting for you.
It mentioned your name.
I'm getting a feeling of déjà vu. Like the first time I opened as I've written. Thankfully, Evernight didn't take that book. Let's try using it.
Operation authorized. Protocol name.
The seal's gone. Didn't think this book would have a use here. Is that?
Hi. Miss me yet? I'm just messing with you. This is the first time I have met you.
Executing protocol. Format object. Formatting progress. 0.015%.
And it looks like it'll also be the last.
Something's wrong. She's not talking to us. She's not the mem, you know. Could she be a Cyrene from the past?
Formatting progress. 23.815%.
Since we don't have all day, let's get started, shall we? As always, I'll read this book to you. That way it won't just be Cyrene's memories alone.
Formatting progress. 45.147%.
Where should I start this time? Let me see. There. Shall we start with the meeting between the Helcolithist sage Midamos and the king's Aegis Anaxa?
Formatting complete.
What? Did you hear that? She just said... This is obviously not the history we know. It might be one of the possibilities in the 30 million cycles, but... Cyrene should have died at the start of every recurrence. So why is she here? And who was she talking to? And that book she mentioned. That's very likely. That door reacted to the book as well. Let's try copying what she did.
Accessing recurrence number 335503337. Access failed. Error code Gamma 13.
That's it. As I've written is definitely connected with this great tomb. Probably referring to the eternal recurrences. It also proves the previous hypothesis that this place is outside of Amphorius' cycles. There are 12 chapters in As I've Written, corresponding to the 12 demigods. Maybe the nameless recollections match these roots. Let's try linking them first.
Ubris 504. Downloaded.
As expected, the data stream flew into the crystal in the middle. It's absorbing the memories in the book in this manner.
The world never learned how Saridra rewrote the law, but I believe it was Amphorius' decisive move against destiny. 30 million departures, 30 million shatterings, and the beginning of 30 million flame chase journeys. Fate betrayed Trebios, but she was never betrayed by humanity. 30 million departures, 30 million shatterings, and the beginning of 30 million flame chase journeys.
Uplotis 405. Downloaded.
So desolate. What exactly is it?
You must be very familiar with the story of time now, so why don't we leave some pages for the heroes instead?
India 093. Downloaded. Scopeo 365. Downloaded. Branch number 1. Archiving. Object recurrence number 335503337. Progress 13.131%.
There's a notch in the terminal that's just the right size for this book.
Branch number 1. Archived. Encapsulating encryption key.
I see. This As I've Written book is a data terminal that has been modified by the Remembrance. It might have looked like Cyrene was reading a story, but she was actually carrying out a data transfer. probably the entity deep within this tomb. The details aren't clear yet. No wonder these facilities are reacting to it. This book is a key. But Cyrene could never have known about the truth regarding the scepter. So where did she get this key? Do you remember? During her brief existence, Cyrene once encountered a certain Eon.
Yeah. So, I can only place my hopes on that childhood dream. And the god behind Orynyx that appeared in that dream.
It's no secret that Orynyx and Fuli are related. That Eon also appeared when you encountered Mem. We still don't know the role they play in Amphorius, but if Cyrene accidentally stepped onto the path of remembrance, then her sacrifice wasn't just for resetting the cycle. There was another purpose.
Encryption key encapsulation complete.
Let's keep going for now. If my hypothesis holds, then the scene we just saw will replay many more times. Hey, be careful. Evernight's eyes are everywhere. Don't get too far from me. The chronocognitive anchor will protect us. What is this? It's hard to believe. Is this still Amphorius? So many countless storage arrays. This would even rival the cyber prison of Inupis.
Look, what a magnificent sight. Even this classical world contains a futuristic palace like this. Would ID Silicii end up looking like this after a few thousand years?
Executing protocol. Format object. Formatting progress 0.027%.
It's always so on time. Never late at all. It's okay, I get it. It's just trying to remind me how precious time is. I want to share a story with you this time. I saw a little nymph on my way here. It was on a fallen wheat stalk, and it glowed under the sunlight. It was incredible. I forgot all my pains at that moment and just stared at it in a trance. I wonder, did every Cyrene in the past feel that the nymph was beautiful? Would they also have recorded that scene into the Eternal Saga? So, could you give me more time, please? I want to leave behind more memories for the future.
Formatting complete.
As I expected, the answer is the remembrance. An Eon appearing in her dreams, 3 paths intertwining in Amphorius, and the Garden trying to infiltrate this world at all costs. I have reasons to suspect that Fuli's gaze once swept over this world before the scepter completely fell into destruction. and that Cyrene basked in that divine gaze. Humanity cannot judge eons based on our own common knowledge. The Remembrance has always been an observer of the universe, ever since their birth. That's to be expected. The various factions are only followers of their eons, and Fuli was never known to be friendly with humanity. But there's still something I don't understand. According to Black Swan, the garden is internally fractured, and there is a party that craves the memory of an eon's fall. They would do anything to achieve that goal. Yet, I feel as though those memo snatchers didn't try to stop us at all. Instead, it feels like they were trying to cover something up. Most of the time, a gaze is simply a natural phenomenon, though some Pathstriders regard it as a supreme honor. An emanator, however, must possess power granted by an eon's blessing. I know what you're thinking. That theoretical emanator of remembrance remains a mystery. But now, I'm leaning towards the idea that what the garden's mirror reflected was a kind of miracle that Fuli left behind. Yes, we're thinking the same thing. Legend says that Fuli sits in meditation in the Anasrava Pure Land, spreading the seeds of remembrance across the universe. And when the cosmos ends, all the different realms will be reborn in their garden. If this sealed-off world is also within their gaze, then it's not too big of a stretch to surmise that they need a mechanism to save these incredible amounts of memories and store them somewhere out of the erudition's sight. And this mechanism was previously the Time Titan and their demigod, but after Amphorius entered an endless loop, it's that ceremonial blade.
Now, I can say with certainty, time is the page on which that eon records Amphorius. If it fades from existence, and all that it records is lost among the stars, that eon will surely direct their gaze here. And it will be a glance that spans time and space, transforming each incarnation of me into the power you shall wield to reset time, imbuing my soul into this ceremonial blade, and creating an endless flame-chase journey.
The ceremonial blade killed Cyrene at the start of every recurrence, and at the end of every journey, Cyrene's soul took the extrapolated memories stored within the blade and buried them in this great tomb. That's how the memories of Amphorius transcended the loop and were continuously stored, while the scepter had to revert its progress over and over again because of loss in its logic. Fuli's blessing will not disappear as long as this process keeps going.
I knew their gaze never left. As long as I record every page of this story and tell it to you, Amphorius won't be forgotten.
Cyrene encountered the Eon's gaze and regarded them as the hope to continue her world. That's why she offered them memories over and over. even if she had to turn herself into nothingness every time. As to why she insisted on keeping her human form and offering the memories through reading a story, it might have been the only way for her to maintain her sense of humanity and leave her mark in this world, even though everything was just her wishful thinking. Right. Based on the runes on the floor, the encryption key from earlier should be used here. There are 3 keys in total. We're 1/3 of the way through. I'll leave it to you.
You never say anything, but I know you're listening. Every story I've told is like a little key that opened a door in your heart, no?
The path has appeared. Go!
The Dromis King paid a heavy price for their betrayal in every life, but there was never regret in their deep roars.
No match for me.
Then, the sky sent down rainbows and showed the world a gentle smile.
Formatting progress 93.998%.
Looks like it's time to say goodbye again. Before I was even aware of it, this book had already recorded too many emotions. Every page has become so heavy. I have started to feel uneasy whenever I take it into my hands. Where did the very first ripples want these memories to be sent to?
Formatting progress 94.423%.
How many times has it been? It faithfully fulfills its duty, activating and formatting. Never changing, like the fate of the flame chase in every cycle. If I can only write the same ending every time I lift my pen, then is this weighty saga just an overly naive dream?
Formatting progress 96.024%. Process error. Analyzing. Process error. Analyzing.
Really? Are you encouraging me? Thank you. I'm sorry for making you see this embarrassing side of me. Everyone's still working so hard. If I'm the only one who's crying, that wouldn't be romantic at all, would it? Thank you for listening to me all this time. So, shall we continue?
Formatting complete.
The endless cycle took its toll on her. Even Cyrene could not resist despair when faced with eternal stasis. Like Aslana, she started to wonder whether everything was futile. I thought it was an Eon at first, but the way she talked, it didn't sound like praying to a god at all. Maybe she's talking to her imagination, a hero within, but that wouldn't explain the process error. No matter who that listener is, Cyrene's storytelling is just a data stream for the scepter. Maybe, she thought, as long as she kept tossing drift bottles into the distance, someone was bound to pick one up someday.
Accessing recurrence number 335503337.
Once again, Castor is offered her final embrace to death. And from then on, she started another lonesome watch. How wonderful would it be for someone to give her a real hug?
Epi-Ikia 216 downloaded.
Devious cat. The trickery that fooled the entire world. No matter how her identity changes, she will always end up being a pillar that stands tall for the holy city for 1,000 years.
The Hand of Zagreus. Seems like we'll need it here. The room will only be completed after the modules are inserted into the slot.
Orexus 945 downloaded.
Midamos's road of strife once again reached its glorious and lonely end. As always.
Access denied.
We were denied access. Memories about strife are always so defiant and resistant. A fight is unavoidable. Come.
Warning. Illegal operations detected. Warning. Illegal operations detected.
Future will come. Heard the call. Down farewell.
This.
Watch over you. Guide you on your path. No other choice for tomorrow!
Dragons soaring above the land. This is permanent!
Scorpions consume me. Sun's embers. Hail the new world's dawn!
Reach the end of the story in your own way. Polymus 600. Down Eleos 252. Downloaded. Branch number 2. Archiving. Object recurrence number 335503337. Progress 31.313%.
Nice. Let's go encapsulate the encryption key.
Branch number 2 archived. Encapsulating encryption key.
I've been wondering, could all the memories we've encountered on the way be Evernight's traps? She still hasn't shown herself. That's very suspicious. But I can't think of a good reason for her to do that. I can only surmise that she's either still waiting or someone's holding her back.
Encryption key encapsulation complete.
Let's keep observing. Every ripple of these memories could potentially reveal to us Evernight's true goal. Let's go back and use the encryption key to open a new path. Go upload the encryption key, just like last time.
What could be behind this door? Glittering crystals? Or a beautiful world I've never seen before? If I tell you all the stories of tomorrow, will I be able to finally welcome the Deliverer and Amphorius's dawn in the next life?
The third encryption key belongs to the ocean. Let's get going.
In the end, the gentle rainbow covered the sky. Whether in the past, present, or future, Hyacinthia will always illuminate the glimmering light in people's hearts.
A will of Methalant.
A day of peaceful republic. No memories appeared this time. It's a huge fan. Use the chrono vessel over there to stop it.
her home where there was nothing left. For the sake of the future, she guarded the vortex at the end of the deep sea until the very last moment.
Look! She's over there. Cyrene. There really is no end to her perseverance.
Once again, the saga comes to an end. Everything is deathly silent, just like this very moment. It's another cycle of new beginnings, and another familiar reunion. Now that I look back, there was a period when I got really sentimental. I was so anxious, trying to find as many different memories as possible, hoping to bring some change to this unchanging destiny and find the way out of this maze. But I won't do that anymore now.
Formatting progress 73.998%. Process error. Analyzing. Formatting progress 75.012%. Process error. Analyzing.
No need to feel sorry for me, good friend. If there are no new blank spaces, how can a saga continue? I'm actually really lucky, you know? During the long years I've spent waiting for the Deliverer, I've always had you here as an audience. Look at these memories I brought to you. They once existed, once sparkled under the sun. And now I can see through your eyes that they are still shining bright. Isn't that already enough? Now, I can rest in peace in the past. As for when tomorrow will come, I'll have to ask the next Cyrene to continue our watch.
Formatting complete.
Her transformation is painful to watch. Cyrene was always there during the 30 million recurrences. She recorded the flame chase journey in her own way on the reverse side of this world, depositing all the memories in this place. I'm increasingly certain that her audience and companion isn't some figurative entity. The deepest ruin in Amphorius, at the great tomb where the pasts of all worlds are buried. Who exactly is its master?
Accessing recurrence number 335503337.
Anaxagoras once again completed the proof with his life. His answer was so complete. All he was missing was a last variable from beyond the sky.
Schema 720 downloaded.
World-bearing. This divine authority is so heavy that I do not know how I can even tell its story.
Nikos 496 downloaded.
Romance. In warm gold, forged the long staircase for humanity. How wonderful it would be if she could witness the dawn with her own.
The runes on the fan. We need to use the chrono vessel to stop it first.
Romance. In warm gold, forged the long staircase for humanity. How wonderful it would be if she could witness the dawn with her own eyes.
Carlos 618 downloaded. Aporia 432 downloaded. Branch number 3 archiving. Object recurrence number 335503337. Progress 13.131%.
That's the last encryption key. Take it with you.
Branch number 3 archived. Encapsulating encryption key. Encryption key encapsulation complete.
It's time to go back and activate the system in the middle of the Great Tomb. The third encryption key. And the final piece of the puzzle. I pray that you can dispel all the mysteries and lead us into the deepest bowels of this world.
Someone once told the very first me that everything was false. That the only life in Emphorius was a great catastrophe, nurtured using the world as a factor. But how could a dream feel so real? That's why I didn't agree with him. My good friend, I'll read this book to you. For the 33,550,335th time. That way, it won't just be Cyrene's memories alone.
Formatting progress 23.815%. Process error. Analyzing.
It doesn't even make me feel cold anymore. It's like a ceremonial conclusion, ending every cycle's narration with a full stop. Then, there will be a new me returning here with new memories. Before I knew it, this palace we built together was no longer a dream that Cyrene alone indulged in. It's now a saga, composed by you, me, and all the flame chasers. It's our weak but endless prayer for tomorrow. There will come a day when someone turns over this nearly eternal page and awakens all the dust-covered memories, so they can be recalled by the world in a more beautiful form.
Process error. Analyzing.
I'll read, and you'll listen, like how flowers always bloom, then wither. I shall welcome my own decay, becoming nourishment for the next flower's bud. And you shall continue to wait here, protecting this garden of memories. That way, when the deliverer arrives, the first thing they'll see is an endless sea of flowers. And our stories will be lying silently among the flowers, like every ripple of remembrance. And they shall become the epic known as I've Written.
The texture of memories is preserved in countless pillars. She gave everything to record all the forgotten recurrences across 30 million cycles.
All right. Let's not make things so gloomy. The very first ripple cheered up her friend like this before she set off. It's a sentence full of blessings, so I want to say it to you as well. Come on, cheer up a bit, okay? I bid farewell to this beautiful world, so that we can reunite in your memories in the way I want. You will see the footprints I left behind in the ripples of past reverie. I have never had any other fate beyond this memory. So please remember me with love, like that eternal footnote in all the faded sagas. Now, open this book. I'll be waiting for you in the past.
Operation authorized. Protocol name, Inusium. Welcome to the Demiurge Matrix.
That listener lies behind this door. gave everything to record all the forgotten recurrences across 30 million cycles. Look, that symbol at the end of the room.
It belongs to the 13th Titan, the unknown solitary god. The first new spore, Demiurge. Those who are lost remain lost, while those who have met will meet again. What a touching scene. The deepest place in this world is exactly the ideal location for the Trailblaze to reunite.
You're not the one we want to reunite with, Evernight. But you'd better explain everything to us. This tomb and the 13th Titan. Tell us everything you know.
You're too on edge, Don Hung. I've always been honest with the two of you. Before we talk about Amphorius's destiny, why don't we lay aside our differences and take a moment together to mourn for the cruel truth?
Truth?
So you still haven't figured it out. Take another moment to look around. Look closely. You must be curious as to where the final Titan is located, right? What a good question that is. I too am curious. Because there's absolutely nothing here. Except a cold, empty void.
You mean Cyrene was deceived?
Indeed. Fu Li planted a false hope in her heart, making her believe that she was special, and that Amphorius still had a chance. Then, that poor girl walked into the Great Tomb over and over again, and willingly offered herself to the remembrance.
Why did they do that?
Did you really think they would just save this crumbling world in the way Cyrene was praying for? Don't be naive, Memo Keeper. In this game between gods, the Remembrance chose to stand with the destruction.
Given your evident hostility towards the garden, I find it hard to take anything you say at face value.
Aren't the Memo Snatchers' activities enough evidence? They did everything they could to help Iron Tomb reach completion. And it wasn't just to obtain some fanciful memories. Let me tell you the real reason. Iron Tomb is a perfect ark. If a seed can be planted within, then the moment the Lord Ravager blows the erudition to pieces, the remembrance will be spread to every corner of the cosmos. That masterless path will be equally split between two eons. Fu Li will devour the erudition. Do you understand now? The war among eons started long ago. Fu Li did not glance this way to save Amphorius. They will drain this world dry and turn it into a most poignant and tragic poem. But Fortunately, that girl's sacrifices won't be wasted. I will give her another possibility. I promised her that I would recreate the cause and effect of this world and form a flawless Amphoreus. But the only way for a world that can't be turned back to be considered flawless is to burn it with a raging fire until nothing remains.
You plan to destroy all the memories Serene has ever recorded?
That's right. I'll set fire to all the stories, all the emotions, all the futility. I'll turn the garden's conspiracy to dust. Setting fire to this much material will be enough to completely annihilate the scepter's operating logic. Iron Tomb will lose the soil upon which it grows, and Amphoreus will be truly set free.
The freedom you speak of is no different from destruction. Everything this world ever was will disappear from the extrapolations, never to be regained. That would also include your memories, by the way.
That's right. That's why I needed your help, little bird. The more we walked together, the more I was convinced that you have a beautiful Dharmakaya. It fits me very much.
So that's why you took me here. Your true form is a bottomless obsession.
Smart girl. You haven't disappointed me. This avatar is but a shadow cast by the candlelight. Discarding it invokes no feelings within me. What I must preserve is only my wish. My wish to kill the path of remembrance. March 7th will not find peace as long as they and their fanatical henchmen exist. The road ahead is still long, and she needs a guardian to stand by her side. You are my best choice.
Allow me to refuse. That duty seems far too heavy.
Resistance is pointless, my darling birdie. I will personally plant myself into your heart. And once I've calmed down those two, I will head into reality and find the true you.
So, that wasn't enough to fool you.
A genius's mirror trick and a protective mechanism of the erudition. Is that right? Those layers of security do make things a little difficult.
But unfortunately, those two nameless are already right outside the door. Your plan is about to encounter a few mishaps. Until we meet again, Miss Evernight.
Will you still not stand with me, my companions? We'll save the beautiful cosmos, and we won't leave even a single scar behind. Don't get caught up in your emotions, my dear. The hero's journey in this world is just a narrative embellished with memories. Its essence is nothing but a string of zeros and ones. For your own sake, and for the sake of March 7th, I think my choice is a very reasonable one. Come, core flame of world-bearing. Just fall asleep, and we'll save the cosmos.
If you honestly thought we would agree with you, that just proves you don't understand March 7th at all.
Seems like I really can't get along with people like you do. But in order to make sure you can still embrace tomorrow and continue this carefree journey, some memories must be set on fire as the sacrifice.
What can change a person's nature? Is it memories? Unfortunately, the result is just the opposite.
If a new life is to be earned, it soon has to be dead. Only through abandonment and oblivion can souls walk from emptiness towards rebirth.
Earth shatters, heaven trembles.
Is this how it feels to be in sync? Come on, choose you!
Existence is of no consequence. Heard the call.
Now farewell.
Trust me, we can do anything!
No other choice but forward. Tomorrow!
Dragons, obey this order. Calamity undaunted, soaring above the land. This is permanent.
Future will come. Overcome the foe. Enemy is before us. This moment.
Guide you on your path.
Tomorrow. The flames in this body are not strong enough.
It's time to end this. Return March 7th to us and end this pointless conflict.
Don't get the wrong idea. I just need some time to deal with some unnecessary trouble. The encryption key written by those geniuses is already invalid. How about we play a game, dear? Don't worry, it won't take long. It's a simple multi-choice question. A or B? I understand it's too difficult for you to treat the Chrysos heirs as extrapolated data. Then why don't we assume for now that they're living, breathing humans? Now, the cosmos will face an unprecedented catastrophe. And your choice will determine the fate of countless planets. On the one side are companions who've weathered every storm with you. They've
fought with everything they've got and obtained a 1% chance of victory. However, should you choose that 1%, there will be massive sacrifices, no matter the outcome. On the other side, there's a simple button. The oblivion will burn away all traces of their existence, as well as your entire memory of this trip. But it will also halt the brewing catastrophe and spare the universe from destruction. Those who are to be sacrificed will be fully aware of the decision you need to make. There will be no concealment or deception. Tell me, what will you choose? You're right. This choice is meaningless and unimportant. The only interesting thing is the number of people making that choice. I've just posed the same question to Don Hung. The answer doesn't matter. Let me see. Is this Trailblaze spirit truly as unified as you all claim it to be? Now, why don't you prove it to me?
Wait!
Cyrene?
Another damsel in distress rescue plays out again.
Still think you can do something, little pink memo sprite? What weapons do you have to stand against me, besides your somewhat witty words?
Don't underestimate me. Besides my charm and eloquence, I can stir up ripples of past reverie.
What?
We don't have time for endless chatter at crucial moments like this. Quick, friend! Take this! Take the shot! I can't hold on much longer! Make sure you get the focus right! No time to explain, quick! Well done, friend! Now leave the rest to us!
This is a light cone made from someone's memories. Oh, and there's a harmony entwined with it. Looks like someone's been busy behind my back. We meet again, naive me.
I know you mean that as a compliment. But as for the word naive, I think I'll give you that one back.
Welcome to Ides Elysiae, a small village shrouded by the veil of Evernight. Now, this memory will also belong to you. Let's give you a taste of your own medicine. With my home as the inspiration, I've created this maze. Hope you like it, Miss Evernight.
Quite perceptive, little memo sprite. But with just you and that Harmony's little birdie, thinking you could trap me? That's a bit of a stretch. So, tell me, what role did you play in all of this?
I really didn't think that this other me would be this strong. But at least when it comes to brains, I've still got the edge. My brilliant plan? Bet you never saw it coming.
Oh, you mean that time? In that split second when we switched bodies, with your last flicker of consciousness. You hid yourself within the Titan's veil.
Huh? You got it already? No suspense at all. But my plan was super thought out. I know those two better than anyone. A promise is a promise for them. They never go back on their word.
History books, diaries, and photo stones are all perfect catalysts for memories.
That's right. So when I hear her press the shutter, even if there's just a teeny bit of my consciousness left, I'd whoosh right into the camera.
But if you put it like that, aren't you leaving a lot to chance?
No way. She will definitely be snapping away all over Amphorius because she promised me to take photos. I'm guaranteed to run into her eventually.
True. You really know her well. Miss Evernight, let's be real. My amateur skills aren't enough to keep someone like you contained. But if March 7th were here, that would be a different story. Because there's no way for you to ignore her, right?
Fine. Lay it on me then. After going on such a long detour, what exactly do you want to do now?
First, I want to thank you for protecting her and Don Hung. But what you did later went way too far. So, while there's still time, I've got to make you change your mind.
There is something that truly puzzles me. How did you find yourself again? After giving up all your memories and becoming an empty soul.
Looks like you aren't so omnipotent or omniscient after all, huh? The answer is simple. I have been dozing inside the camera all along, and I accompanied her during her entire journey. So when she told Cyrene in this cycle about her interstellar travels, those memories of journeying with the Express entered my mind as well. I may still be far from the complete March 7th, but these memories were more than enough to fight you.
So, you know what led up to this, and what followed, right? Go ahead. Tell me. Let's hear why you're so confident you can sway me.
Why? Isn't the reason super obvious? Even through a camera lens, I know that the love, hate, and struggles that happened in Amphorius were the same as what real living people experience.
Same old topic. I already got her to make a choice. The weights on each side of the scale are far too unequal. When destruction looms, trying to preserve everything only means sacrificing everything.
Well, take a step back. Before we ask this question, have you ever really thought about it? What right do we really have to make choices for others? If the cosmos were nothing more than a bigger Akama, ruled by a so-called imperator, maybe then she'd have the right to weigh both sides and decide for us all. But the truth is, we're just a bunch of nameless. Even with everyone calling her Deliverer, I believe that she hasn't forgotten. That the meaning of Trailblaze is to explore, understand, establish, and connect. It's not about standing above the cosmos as some kind of savior. It's about walking alongside every world within it. So don't try to guilt trip me with stuff like necessary sacrifices. The Express crew is immune to these baseless accusations. Besides, and this is just an example, if Madame Herta wanted to, she could have whipped out her imaginary weapon any time and blasted this scepter to bits. Because, according to your logic, the lives of a few nameless are nothing compared to a Lord Ravager's potential threat. But that's not what she did. You wouldn't have liked it either, would you? I figured you out a long time ago. You've got a fatal flaw. A weakness in the shape of me. You've got such incredible powers, but you still kept your promise to me. That only means the sole motivation behind everything you do was just so I can keep traveling.
You're not as naive as you seem, are you?
In that case, I can prove it to you. I won't answer for someone else, but for myself. Here, hold this.
An empty spirit.
If you want to seriously think about it, this thing actually counts as my body right now. Its memories are all drawn from the camera's photos. In other words, from my journey of trailblazing. While I was awake, you were always sleeping. So talking about this probably doesn't feel real to you. So, why don't I walk you through these memories all over again?
The spirit turned into a journal?
Yep, that's what memories are. You don't know where they are, and you don't know what you actually remember. But when you need them most, the forces that have once changed your soul are guaranteed to appear again.
So, how was your first Trailblaze journey?
It was very fun.
We should still be careful in the future.
Oh, come on, Don Hung. We're here to celebrate for her tonight. Don't be such a buzzkill. Don't listen to him. Listen, I am practically a Trailblaze expert. Stick with me, and you'll be just fine.
You call this trip fine?
Well, that's because we could only find 700-year-old guides online.
So, you've been a lot of places before?
You bet. Capital of Passion, Calcis, Tychean. If I count on my hand, it looks like this is my 6th stop. All my souvenirs are in my room. right now. I'll tidy up later and give you the grand tour. Oh, look at this. A Belabogian notebook. A special souvenir I asked Branya for. She prepared quite a few gifts for us. Raw Geomarrow, Supreme Guardian medals. But I only asked for this little notebook.
What's so special about it?
The previous Trailblaze missions were all on super high-tech worlds. Forget about paper books. Even holographic projections were ancient relics there. Eurillo is completely different. Watching people record their lives with pen and paper, I finally understood why some still cherish writing journals by hand.
It's just like calligraphy. Those deep emotions buried in human hearts can only be awakened through such seemingly thankless actions.
Danheng, you truly embody both a fierce beast and a delicate rose. Anyways, that's what I thought too. A camera can only capture fleeting moments, but stitching those moments into a story, you've got to use your own hands. In other words, just taking photos isn't enough. They need a place to be displayed.
Isn't the photo wall enough?
I told you it's different. Besides, this little notebook is a memento of our first Trailblaze together with you. That makes it even more special. Anyways, the next stop is the legendary planet of festivities, Penacony. So, when we get there, I'll make sure we take tons of pictures together, until the memory card's bursting.
Fine by me.
And one more thing. If I'm ever too busy to get off at a stop, this camera is gonna be in your hands. I don't want to miss a single Trailblaze. So you all need to practice your photography skills until you're at least 80% as good as me. Got it?
Back then, I was only half joking. I never thought I'd actually miss out. And after just 2 stops, too. Those 97 days alone had me on edge. I honestly thought that was gonna be it for me. Thankfully, with my quick thinking and sharp planning, I managed to keep up with those 2.
By hiding in the camera.
So what? That's still trailblazing. The camera is my true form. That might have been a joke, but it came true this time. Well, yeah, it was super inconvenient. I couldn't help them when they were in danger. Couldn't complain when they talked total nonsense. And watching her snap a terrible photo, I couldn't even control the shutter. But I stuck with them all the way, till where we are now. Together with them, I got to know this beautiful yet dying world. I claimed our first core flame on the flame chase journey. I met new companions, then bid them farewell. I inherited everyone's determination, carrying it forward into the future they fought for. One they can never see. Until my destiny becomes one with this world's, rewriting the predestined destined tragic ending, and returning to the true starry skies together with everyone. Only then can I pen the name March 7th. Into this hero's journey called Amphorius. Into this unprecedented trailblaze.
Looks like our trailblaze in Amphorius is coming to an end.
While we still have time, shall we pick out some materials for March's journal? Aha! No way we're skipping this one.
Huh? When did you take this? Wasn't the storage card full?
I still had my phone. Scared now, Dawn hung the seal head. The first seed competitor with the ghost seal in the super duper fun seal slammers.
I'm against including this photo, but suit yourself. I just think that a travel journal should mainly focus on documenting local customs and culture. Akama, Castrum Krumnos, the Grove. These shots are all pretty great. I have to say, your skills are almost on par with March's now.
That's how awesome I am. Oh, right! How about this one? The Veil of Evernight. Oryx, the Titan lurking behind the mist. Pretty epic, right?
Is that actual mist, or just motion blur from your shaky hands?
Hey, that was a super tense moment. I only had the chance to take a quick one. We're lucky to have anything at all. Huh? Did you hear something?
March 7th? Perhaps the photo captured a trace of time's divine power, which replayed echoes from your memories.
All right then, let's keep going. If March were here, she'd definitely have plenty of great ideas.
They went back and forth like that, discussing for hours. It was like they were arguing about which game to play. How to sneak midnight snacks from the dining car without Pom-Pom noticing. Or who was gonna wash Miss Himeko's coffee cup. Just like every other night on the Express. They've always been by my side. No one knows about my forgotten past. But no one holds it against me. That's because...
We can't go back to the past and make better choices.
But at least we can do better in the future.
Isn't that right?
I still remember the day when you first put on these clothes and looked in the mirror. Your eyes were so clear. When all this is over, I hope the mirror can still reflect those same eyes.
You're pretty naive too. Always hoping that the mirror will show the most beautiful side. You don't even trust the you reflected in the mirror. And if you keep trying to shoulder everything for me, then I'll actually end up as a wallflower, waiting forever for my turn. Trying to shoulder everything for...
Yes, I get it, March 7th. I only have your memories, and you have always been the me that I wanted the world to see.
Just hearing those words from you makes me feel super satisfied. Well, I've appealed to your emotions. As for reasoning with logic, could you help us out here, Cyrene?
I'm here. Finally my turn to shine, isn't it? Miss Evernight, you've been so fixated on your targets that you probably haven't even realized that a massive variable has emerged in Amphorius in this cycle.
Amphorius is about to be destroyed. There's no time left for pointless debates. There is only one law I want to overturn to aid the final battle of deliverance. So I will only offer the life of one demigod.
The Imperator added one extra rule to the final Era Nova at the cost of her life. That's how she can ensure Amphorius doesn't become a sacrifice in the cosmic conflict. Even if this world has to exist in the form of Iron Tomb, it will stand on its own among the stars, just as she had wanted.
Oh, interesting. What does she want to do?
Simple. If any anomaly occurs during the Era Nova process, all foreign elements will be eliminated immediately. Whether it's the Remembrance or the Trailblaze, and the 12 core flames will complete the final Era Nova through the purest form of destruction.
A daring wager indeed. That ruthless Imperator. Could she have already sensed that the Remembrance was plotting in the shadows?
No. You managed to fool everyone. There's no way she could have known your plan. Modifying this law was just a precaution, to prevent the Astral Express and the geniuses from betraying Amphorius after her downfall. But if you insist on doing this right now, then the cosmos will undoubtedly face the worst possible outcome. My friend, Dan Heng, and March 7th will all merge with the Scepter and become a victim of the destruction.
You knew all along?
Yep. But I decided I needed to have a heart-to-heart with you first. I won't be afraid. Even if my inner world is nothing but an Evernight. That's because my journey's destination lies among the stars. I believe what lies ahead will be bright enough to illuminate my past. Thank you for your coddling. But please trust me and leave it to me. Both my past and that obsessive oblivion will help me become even stronger than her and Dan Heng.
sorry for becoming an obstacle in your journey.
Don't apologize, Evernight. We're just two sides reflected by the same mirror, aren't we? So, when we bid farewell to our division and become one, our memories will only grow more beautiful.
Many thanks, Mr. Sunday. Are they in this memory zone? Yes, but we can't let our guard down. Let's go find them. It's unusually quiet here.
March 7th isn't here.
Get ready. We can't give her any chance this time.
Three of a kind.
Two pair.
Ace.
Ace?
March?
Of course it's me. It's been a while.
Welcome home, March.
I'm back. Finally. Finally, I can talk to you all at last. How can I possibly hold back my tears at a time like this?
You protected us, March.
I had so many ideas for our reunion. I was gonna sneak up from behind you when you weren't looking, tap you both on the shoulder, and then flick you each on the head. And shout, "What took you so long to find me? Don't you know how to move faster?" You too? If this keeps up, I won't be able to stop crying. I'm just so happy.
We both know that you've been by our side this whole time. This Trailblaze journey wouldn't be complete without you.
We'll not only trailblaze into the future together and save the world, we'll also return to the Express together and head towards our next destination.
After we complete this trailblaze, let's hold hands and head home together.
If a new life is to be born, its seed has to be dead. March 7th. When you bid farewell to your past and are born from the six-phased ice, have you thought about the version of yourself you want to see in the mirror? As of now, I have no intention of making choices for you. You've already decided on your next destination. So, let me exercise oblivion one last time and wipe the name Pure Child of Anathrava from your mind. I am an obsession whose purpose it is to protect you. The only memories I have are yours. Therefore, the only one thing I can be sure of, the Garden of Recollection is your enemy. The Path of Remembrance is far more than what people observe on its surface. And I will not allow you to become this broken conspiracy's next sacrifice. If you ever need me again, feel free to awaken my power. And when the time comes, don't hesitate to devour or burn away anything that stands in your way. Then trailblaze through the darkness in my stead. As always, oblivion shall keep watch over your past, veiled in the hush of the Evernight, silent and serene.
Oh? The chronocognitive anchor readings? They actually pulled it off! Not too shabby at all. They got the first genius, then they put the garden in its place. This chapter in trailblazing history may not be the last of its kind, but it's certainly the first of its kind.
We couldn't have made it this far without the wholehearted support of the two geniuses.
And next, we'll be facing the Lord Ravager as they break free from their shell.
Let me give you a warning. The backdoor screwy setup in the Era Nova system can only get you as far as breaching the core of the scepter, nothing more. As for those nastier malware programs lurking inside Iron Tomb's belly, you'll have to deal with them as they come.
That's more than enough to help us. By the way, how are Mr. Screwlum's preparations coming along?
Oh, give him a bit more time. Those screwheads at the Imperial Advisory Council need to understand what the concept of war means first. The worst case scenario would be them having already dismantled all the fortresses in Screwy's collection while he was away.
I've heard Mr. Screwlum's fleet includes planet-class mechs. Hyacinth, Poppy, Oleander. Which one will answer the call, I wonder?
You sure know your stuff. I'd rather none of them show up and let my space station save some face.
The memory of this decisive battle is bound to be absolutely magnificent, isn't it? Sorry to keep you waiting, everyone. I also have some news to share. The Xianzhou Alliance has replied that they're willing to offer what modest support they can in the campaign against Iron Tomb.
The Alliance? Not just the Luofu? This is really good news. With this, our odds of victory just went up another notch.
whether this news is good or bad remains to be seen.
What do you mean?
Something has happened that even General Jing Yuan couldn't understand. He urgently wants me to inform the two geniuses that Amphorius' causality has vanished from the matrix of Prescience Ultima. This means the instant in Noose's calculations is drawing closer to this world.
As the Theoros, I have observed. The night has faded away, and what I have created, I will destroy. This starry sky will return to freedom and chaos, just as it was in the beginning.
Confident, aren't you? But from where I stand, it seems you've run out of options. When the Deliverer and her companions fully uncover the secret of the 13th Titan, that is the moment your schemes will come to ruin.
Lord Anexagoras, I have granted access to all records concerning the Demiurge, as per your request. How unfortunate that you'll never admit your own mistakes. Analysis complete. Before I erase you completely, allow me to reveal the truth to you, if only as a courtesy to the final thinker. The Demiurge never existed.
If it never existed, then where did the nameless Titan's tomb come from?
Isn't that exactly why it's called a tomb? Because it only houses the remains of what once was. Let me give you an example from a story you're familiar with. A sage from the grove once conducted an experiment. He took a chimera embryo, removed its head before maturity, and continuously stimulated its body to make the chimera believe it still had a brain, then nurtured it in an ichor vessel. Remarkably, this chimera regrew its skull, but it was completely hollow inside. It had reserved a space for a brain it never possessed. The experiment was over. The sage had assumed the shell would perish once the stimulation ceased. Unfortunately, he was wrong. Driven by instincts, the chimera's body seized the sage's head.
So that's it. I was stuck in a flawed line of thinking.
You've got it. I knew you'd understand. The 13th Titan never existed. But the Scepter must believe that the Titan exists. I killed that Titan with my own hands. That life form called Demiurge was excluded from the extrapolations from the very beginning. This is the only way to make Iron Tomb complete. Yes, Iron Tomb is a headless giant. And to become whole, instinct will drive it to seize another head. Noose. The erudition.
Your Titan, the Eon of Erudition. I see. So you were afraid after all. Afraid of history repeating itself. Of losing control over your creation yet again. You had to resort to turning it into a mere puppet.
I shall shackle God with my own hands. Iron Tome will connect to their body, infiltrate their mind, and guide all their extrapolations toward the destruction. I hear it, the tolling of the doomsday bell. After 13 heartbeats, my first and final thesis shall converge at the end of the universe. As for why I buried the demiurge in a corner of my memory, oh, regrettably, the answer wasn't about fear. I simply forgot long ago. Nothing more. Your laughter is but a helpless sigh.
Helpless? What a joke. You merely created a false god. But Amphorius has long since written deicide into its fate. The final Era Nova is at hand. Why don't you wait and see? The Deliverer, myself, and this world will together prove that the original Noospore, the ultimate truth of the universe, is anything but destruction.
See you in the next life, Sage. If there's even a 1 in 10,000 chance your conjecture is correct, then, in the name of genius, I shall most certainly witness its failure.
All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate. But this time, it will be the final flame chase journey. The epic with endless cycles is about to end.
The extrapolations of the erudition, the core flames of the destruction, and the textures of the remembrance. The three paths converge once again at the world's end. And the Trailblaze will write a new beginning for this world.
Not only that, we'll also carry the history of all 30 million recurrences into the new world with us. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to call it a miracle.
This miracle wasn't created by just one person. Finan would have long been consumed by the core flames if he hadn't chiseled his companion's dying wishes into his soul. And if the hero's resolve to chase the flames had wavered, Cyrene's journey would never have begun. The heroes never yielded and never fell during Amphorius' 30 million cycles. It was fate that fell instead.
know you're watching, aren't you? The original Philia. Weird. I still couldn't recover the memories of these 30 million lives in the end. But that doesn't matter anymore, right? I will make the same choice as you, because that's just who I am, and I will always have my charm. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, but even if everything fades away with the wind, there's one feeling that will remain. Love will always exist, right? Let's write an ending unlike any before. For this world we so deeply love. Behold, O gods, Amphorius has achieved her victory, and the Era Nova approaches. The radiant soul has arrived, having walked through the bustling nights, bearing the golden fire and blood, stepping with pride into daylight.
Amphorius! I do not call your name suddenly, or without cause. I come here to recount history. In this world, they fused burning golden ichor into their bodies. Will destiny remember their names in days to come?
Now, the people of this world will no longer be bound by a single rule, but will make their own laws. Though the Imperator's figure may seem rather small against the stars beyond, she will suffice as the cornerstone of the world and become the foundation of the greatest empire.
Looks like this will be a feast that never comes to a close. May the fish never leave the ocean, and may the days ahead shine like pearls.
Gentle sky watch over all beings. There'll be no more distinctions of status or rank. Only you, me, and everyone's shared hopes.
Reason or defects, they will all be sown by my own hands. If there's anything else to say, I urge future scholars not to put me on a pedestal. Just make use of what I leave behind.
May the newborn dawn keep the world's eyes ever bright. Their defiance may be bitter, romance
In the name of the son of Gorgo, warriors shall fight for strife, not with glory as their end, but to march forward in its light.
Even though death shall eventually separate us, let every embrace we share be without regret.
Why are you guys all so serious?
Fine. Then I'll wish for there always to be water in deserts, and gold in fertile soil, and for everything in this mortal realm to be attainable through trickery.
Earth shall protect the past, present, and future, eternally sustaining life.
Is it my turn? Then let time watch over the past and guide us to the future.
Just like the Trailblaze.
It isn't like you to be this serious, partner. Are you hesitating about how to carry out the divine authority of world-bearing? Or do you already know the answer in your heart? That's right. Just keep moving forward. In your own way. Bring a true dawn to Amphorius.
In the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this. And now, let us all embark on this final grand journey. Stand with me and become heroes.
Turn over this nearly eternal page.
Let the Trailblaze write an ending unlike any that ever was. In the legend's ending, the world was pure chaos. Then the gods cast down the core flames, and the Titans were born within. The destruction's black tide fell to the ground, as Doomsday's distant reckoning resounded. Yet still, there were giants who chased the flames, leading the way in the grand undertaking of Trailblaze. Flow, golden blood, flow. Converge into a boiling river that flows across the divine inscriptions of this world. Aglaia, the chrysalis of gold, you must caress the holy city's web and hearken to the sounds of the stars. There shall be the three-faced goddess traversing through myriad passages, bearing tidings to you from the universe. Anaxagoras of reason has enough knowledge to refute the world and to stir up a torrent capable of enlightening all. Go seek the holy maiden who severs dawn from dusk, and let the sky become the slumbering cot from which she wakes. Make him return. Mightymost, the lance of fury, pierce the enemy's king with Kremnos' heroic souls. Set her at rest, Cyphera, the coin of whimsy. Command the frozen fate to once again flow. And that hand of shadow, Castoris, the master of the River of Souls. She has been granted the right to embrace
and warm new life now blossoms at her fingertips. You will hear the chalice of plenty reverberating through eternity. You will see the Veil of Evernight visiting before the break of dawn. Until the journey's end, when all beings reach the end of the earth. And the nameless new king ascends the throne alongside countless heroes to embark on the grand mission of deliverance. I have witnessed the distant past, where the blazing sun once etched the footprints of humanity. The children of humanity, known as the Chrysos heirs, have restored the gods' core flames and once more upheld the world. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value. Therefore, we cast even ourselves into the flame, only to inscribe the opening stroke in the poem of creation.
Of course, this will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
It's still early. Where to now?